Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm coming down the hill. I hear one coming out of Greenwood. CW44 AC, ES40 AC. Bravo with the ES40 AC. This is that tank train. I caught this yesterday. It had two Burlington Northern trains locomotives on it, but not today. Look, this is a 1987 loaded train, y'all. I guess it's empty. It looks like it's empty though. It looks like it's kind of loaded. It's going down on the main line, y'all. Last spots on them cars. Alright, and the bumper cars. Alright, blue EOT on this one. They're headed down to Atlanta, brand new crew out of Greenwood, y'all. Alright, thank you. Northbound are coming through, coal train. I don't know if it's SCWX or what. Looks like you got some tubby on this, so it's probably a SCWX coal train. Coming out of Pennsylvania, goes down to Atlanta, makes a left turn, and then heads towards us. It's on its way to Greenwood to bring the Greenwood crew back home. They work between Atlanta and Greenwood, and then it heads on over to the coal power plant over by Myrtle Beach, Georgetown, over in that area. I got a fella down there that watches it and keeps an eye on it for me. I haven't heard from him in a while, but yeah, SCWX, I can read them now. Got Tubby, T-U-B down there. He goes out here and paints a lot of these things. Alright, DPU coming up. Pinto. CSA, www.csa.com, 7582, y'all. Bottom end coming by. Blue EOT on the bottom end. Heading to Greenwood. Greenwood crew coming back home from Atlanta. Alright, thank y'all. God bless y'all. We got clear signal. Not clear. A medium approach signal for the train coming out of Greenwood. And then we got a train back up behind me probably coming in. And he's going to take the main line, and then this signal will clear up. I'm guessing that's what it's up. I mean, if it's abbeville switcher, and he wants to set cars in the siding, he's going to be coming down the siding. But we got a train out of Greenwood clearing up with the siding. Well, this one sounds like a pretty heavy train, but it didn't sound like it did a... Well, that's a motorcycle behind me, I guess. Alright, anyway, looks like we might have two trains coming towards us. I'm just walking around till he gets back, or till they get here. Alright, thank y'all. Alright, conductor got on, door still open, but... ES44AA. Friend of mine is an engineer says A8. To them they thought it was available horsepower. Alright, loaded cars, got insulation on them. Alright, these are loaded cars, they got grain in them. I don't know what type. I don't know whether corn, wheat, rice, I had no idea. Some new cars there, it looks like. Now they got him in the side, and he's probably going to put his cars and switch them around that south end in the side and in the yard track. That's the yard track peeling off to the left of the side. He's probably going to switch them around or something like that. I don't know. He can't go the speed limit now because he stopped. So he can only do like 10 or 15 miles an hour restricted speed till he gets to where he's going or till he gets to the next signal. "35 miles an hour on that track, but if you stop, once you go past the signal, if you stop, you gotta go to restricted speed till you get to the next signal. Alright. Going around the corner up the hill, y'all. Alright, thank y'all. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, they're out there working on the railroad track. Might be taking out sections of rail, welding in new sections. But anyway, yeah, locomotive do a burnout up there on the track, and it cut a 1S notch in the rail. I think they come and welded it because it got quieter. I'm going to try to get closer. Alright, thank y'all. I just heard a dispatch detector go up on the radio. Something started it up, but it hasn't ended, so I don't know what train it is. I ain't getting the car link yet. I don't want to go up there, so. They're picking up stuff and loading it up on the truck and everything, so I guess they're breaking down. $122 axles. Let me see. About 60 cars, I guess. Or 140, something like that. I don't know which way he's headed to. Let me cut this off, see if I can find a better spot to film. Trying to get the rail to come together so they can weld it, I guess. Alright, thank y'all. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're at Maxwell Yard in Greenwood. We got one sitting there on the main line number 1. I assume he just set some cars out in Greenwood, now he's sitting down there at the signal at Salac. Alright. We got a few locomotives sitting down there. And we got about 3 trucks over there on this highway waiting to come into the yard. Alright, so nothing's moving right now. But this is Maxwell Yard in Greenwood. This is an update on it. Alright, thank y'all. Alright, I was getting ready to leave and I heard a horn blowing south of me, so we got something coming out of Augusta or Abbeville at me. I'm over in Greenwood today because I had to get some blood work done. Yep, he's coming to us. Sounds like he is. Alright, thank you. I'll get more when I hear him or see him. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. This is our coal train sitting here. 7220 is a CM44 AC. Has radial trucks on it. Locomotive shutting down. All 3 are shut down. That means there's not too many air leaks on this train. You hear some air back there. Alright, 3240 is ES44AH. They're all distributed power. Now notice this is AC locomotive. but it has rigid trucks on it. That was an AC locomotive, but it's got radial trucks. Alright, thank y'all. Let me get the sun out of my eyes. Alright. You got 3 hoses over here. And those are for multiple units. They either hook them up on this side or they hook them up on that side over there. Now. Alright. The big black hose there is the main reservoir. That's where they take the 200-pound air out of the tanks. No tanks on this side. And it reduces it down to 80 pounds to use in the brake situation. ACT actuator valve. Man, I'm having a hard time remembering what those are. And then you got A and R. Alright, but there's your main air hose over here. And that big windy thing up there is the umbilical cord. And I think that's like a 26-pin cable that carries all the control information transferred from locomotive to locomotive. This is your cut lever right here. You pull up on that and it pulls the pin out. Alright. Alright, thank y'all. Must be getting low on air because we had locomotive number 2's done started up now. And I've seen smoke come out, so I guess number 3 started up. So all 3's running right now. Trying to make up air. Alright, thank y'all. This one's an EG44AH. Alright, thank you. Unlocking the door. Getting ready to go to work. Alright, here we go guys, rolling south. Got clear signal down there at the south end. I've seen the conductor get off. SCWX cars. I don't know where the conductor is. He's not up on the engine. Oh, is he on the locomotive? Yeah. Oh, okay. He's on the bottom locomotive, the other side, he said. Let me zoom y'all in so you can watch the signal fall. Huh? Alright, I'll see you. Good talking to you again. Alright, God bless y'all. That was a friend of mine's daughter. She's a taxi driver. I didn't know she's a taxi driver. She said she's been working for 2 years, but she worked for 25 years ago. Alright, signal knocked down. Alright, thank you. And I bet you we don't have a DPU on this one because we got 3 engines on the head end. tell you what, everybody that handles this train does a good job on it. Got one flat spot there. I don't hear any others. There goes two. There's three flat spots. I wonder where they park this train that Tubby gets to tag it all the time. These last flat spots on two cars there. Coming by. That slack run out. Blue EOT heading down the road going to Greenwood. This is just a temporary crew just to bring this train from over here to Greenwood, and then they'll give it to the crew that's going to take it down to Georgetown. And then they'll go out and get more trains and bring them in if they went on the ball someplace or whatever. Alright, thank y'all. Alright, he's coming around the corner. Looks like he's the Abbeville switcher. So he's going to pull down here, and he's got red signals, so I don't think he's going to be going to Greenwood. He's probably going to shove these up in the track there and then get off. It's 2 o'clock, like I said. He's been at work since 6 o'clock this morning, so he's got a good paycheck coming to him. He's gonna stop down there, let his conductor off. He's got to remove the derail and line the switch. Well, he's probably going to stop at the switch, so he'll do it first. Well, he's got to pull past the switch and then he can do the switch. These are all cars full of granite, and from what I understand, they go up north someplace, but I have seen a load of these cars headed south, it looked like. $7.97. You notice those ditch lights on there, guys. Those are temporary ditch lights. They're on by magnets. So they got little handles sticking up there. Hard for me to see them. Anyway, yeah, I see them now. But anyway, I don't know if you can see the little handle sticking up off of them, and they plug into where the umbilical would normally plug in the red cover box. Alright, thank y'all. Alright, so the conductor's got lined the switch, he's already done that. He's going down there to remove the derail. And then they'll shove this train up into the yard track. They have another name they calling it, but I call it the yard track because that's what it used to be. Sorry about that. I was unlocking it, grab the handle, so lock it back the other direction, tell the train come on back. We're not going to lock it back, but it's in the latched position, so it won't move. They're going to back it in past the derail and then they'll shut it off. Well, I don't know, he might leave it running. They'll tie it down, put the derail back, line the switch. Alright, conductor's going back. He got to tie down some handbrakes, I bet. Engineer's got to clean up the locomotive and make sure it looks good. He disconnected the ditch light. See how he unplugged them down there? I hope I got that for y'all. I think he grabbed his brake stick. Alright, well, they'll be walking back up in a little bit. You gotta reset, well, it did the derail, it's gotta line the switch and stuff for the siding. Alright, thank you. Siding to siding. Bye.